Back in studio here, you are watching the Now Morning Show right here on TTT, also on Talk City 91.1 FM, and streaming live on Facebook at TTT Live Online. Now, there are some programs that the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services are engaged in, and that are available to the public. With me this morning, it's Troy Polonez, who's the Director of the Social Welfare Division. With me also is Natalie Walters, who is the Corporate Communications and Education Unit Manager. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Carrie.
So Troy, I want to ask you first and foremost, please give us an overview of what the Social Welfare Division does.
Okay, well, basically we are responsible for grants in the ministry. The Social Welfare Division is responsible actually for the majority of grants. And why I'm here today is to speak particularly as it relates to the Disability Assistance Grant for children. Actually, we describe it as the Disability Assistance Grant for minors, and it goes with the acronym, by the acronym DAGM. A lot of people have been calling and inquiring. So the grant is taken on two perspectives. One where we are transitioning some of the children that are currently on our public assistance grant and under our general assistance grant, special children, they will be moving over. No process or procedures required in respect of parent or guardian, and that is expected to begin from September. So what we'll find is those persons who are receiving public assistance, they will be transitioning where those children have a medical stating that their condition is of a permanent nature. We also have a lot of persons calling in with the grant that is open to the public. And we as well are launching that grant by way of making the medical report available, an application form as well, and there's a guideline brochure as well outlining what is the procedure. So all of that is expected to begin in September.
What are some of the requirements to qualify for these grants? Okay,
so for one, the parent or guardian must be a citizen or resident in accordance with the Immigration Act. The child as well, who is to be placed on the grant, must also be a citizen or national. The child must have a medical condition that renders that child so disabled that the condition is of a long-term or permanent nature, right, or something that will be sustained over extended period of time. Right. So they would be required to have that medical completed, primarily through our doctors in the public service, but it is open as well to some private practitioners who are specialist pediatricians.
Okay. And Natalie, how are we getting the word out there about these things that are available to people in the public, and specifically those who would benefit from the disability grant for minors?
All right. So, Carrie, the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services will be launching its Community Outreach Caravan this Friday on the cusp of independence, as we focus on building resilience to secure our nation. That's the theme of the Caravan, and we're starting off in Palo Seco. So persons in Palo Seco, Santa Flora, environs, we're inviting them. We're inviting them to come out from 10 a.m. Registration begins at 9. And among other things, the ministry will be discussing, of course, the new grant for persons with disabilities, that's the minors. And also we will be bringing government services straight to the doorsteps of persons.
So let's track back a little bit. You said registration would they'd have to register there. Are there any specific documents they need to have on hand?
We're just asking persons to walk with their birth certificate and national ID. Those are the requirements, and they will be able to apply for services if persons are in need of food support, if they want to apply for a grant, a seed grant, for instance, to start their own business, etc. So we are bringing government services. We have a lot of stakeholder partners, including the Ministry of Public Utilities, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Labor. Persons can sign up for jobs, etc. So really and truly, we want persons to come out, Palo Seco and environs, to this particular outreach. This is the first of many to come. And of course, one big feature of this will be the ministry's outreach bus. We actually have a bus that will be going out into the communities to actually do business.
So to do, you said to do business. Specifically, what type of business?
Conduct business on behalf of the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services. We also have with us the TT Connect bus as well. They will be doing business as well. So instead of having persons pay passage to come to our offices, we are going to meet them.
To them.
That's right. And we are going with all government services.
Now, you mentioned that you have the bus there, and your first location is going to be in
Palo
Seco and Santa Flora region.
Yeah.
Would there be in the future, other hard-to-reach areas that are, for the most part, rural or, difficult to get to, such as Blanchisseuse?
Yes, Blanchisseuse, etc. Of course, well, this is the first phase, and we are targeting persons in San Fernando, the southern hemisphere, particularly because we have focused and done some research on those persons who are affected by the Petrotrin fallout.
Right.
So we are focusing on them in this instance. That would be the first cluster, 5 communities, namely Faizabad. We'll also be going to Cedros and, of course, San Fernando proper. And we will be visiting other areas within the San Fernando hemisphere.
Right. I want to ask a little bit of a controversial question. I hope I'm not crucified on social media for it. So these social welfare things are, of course, open to citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
We've recently had a number of people who sought refuge in Trinidad and Tobago from Venezuela. Would there be any social services that are available to those individuals as well? Not necessarily in the form of grants, but support of some sort.
Well, definitely counseling will be available. So under our National Family Services Division, those persons can access counseling on the day itself. So if they wish to come to our outreaches, they can access counseling. They can access information about some of the grants and also some of the other services offered by the government.
All right, well, this is definitely something to look forward to. And if they want to reach out to the ministry, is there an email address or contact they can get to?
Well, first of all, I want to invite persons to log on to our website, www.social.gov.tt. You'll get all the information there. Also, speak to us on Facebook. We're on all the social media handles and platforms. And also, they can call 625-2608, which is the ministry's PBX.
Right.
And of course, communications is 54-254-32. And the Social Welfare Division, of course. Troy will answer the phone there at 12:04.
At 12:04. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Please, Kerry. Through Natalie, we'll be looking towards you in terms of the introduction of the disability assistance grants for the children, for the public, wider public. I'm just asking that we're going to put that out there.
Yes.
Because we don't want people come into the offices and the forms are not yet ready, available.
Right.
So that information will go out.
Okay,
so persons will know
when they come on
and at all of our district offices, the forms will be available.
All right,
and also at health centers and RHAs.
All right, so widespread. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Troy Paulinez, Director, Social Welfare Division, Natalie Walters, Manager, Corporate Communications and Education Unit. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're going to take a short break and we come back with much more. Stay with us.